photo, aimant les flashs sentimentaux, humanoïdes, incognito, amour impossible et mélo.
Tu sais, je suis si sensible à la lumière et inaccessible devant ton zoom. Un filtre rose, si tu veux que je pose.
Polaroid, comme mon photo, aimant les flashs sentimentaux, humanoïdes, incognito, amour impossible et mélo.
Additional time.
Can I move you?
I am fully charged! Ow! Ow!
surprised. What should I do for the last 5 minutes of being in my 20s?
You should jerk off something irresponsible. Okay, maybe not that irresponsible.
Everyone, we must stop that bomb!
Enemy has received
I was thinking like DoorDash.
They jerk off 170 beats per minute.
Thank you, Brandon. Other superior. Something to
Everyone, we must stop that bomb!
Green and Gold, you saved my life. Make sure to let Frylock know about this.
Stop that bomb! Everyone, we must stop that bomb! Everyone, we must stop that bomb! Hey, okay.
Feels good that I'm not playing well, but I'm dominating this round.
Everyone, we must stop that! Hey, okay. Everyone, we must stop that bomb!
Right, check, we're good.
Everyone, we must stop that bomb!
They're building a gun up top.
did pop.
Fully charged.
Happy birthday, Buttlets.
One?
Keep dancing, babies!
be performing a tap solo to the music of Divine and a song called Step by Step. Ladies and gentlemen, Joanne Lowry.
Welcome. Do you want to relieve yourself of this? You know, years and years ago when you were out touring around with Stevie Wonder and playing guitar, what'd you learn from that experience?
How to eat candy bars and salad.
Now you're into the weightlifting and better health habits now?
Yeah, actually, I was a vegetarian for 8 years the whole time. And, I mean, going to Japan and being a vegetarian in different countries, it doesn't work out. So I became a bodybuilder and started eating meat again.
You're an extraordinary guy. Let me introduce your cohorts here. Over on this, what is that to begin with? Not the guy, but the thing he holds in his hand.
45 millimeter synthesizer. Now that's actually Don Freeman on synthesizers.
And behind him?
Dennis McCuskey, co-writer of the song Maniac.
Congratulations, Dennis.
Mr. Gordon Peake.
Gordon, thank you very much. Now, we rarely have cellists with us in the back. Now, I mean, would you stand up and let us see your chairs? I mean, after all, we have everything here on this. Look at little provincial chairs and all of the goodies. Let's sit, folks, and we'll throw the light back. The gentleman first.
Dennis Carmazian on cello.
Thank you, Dennis, and the lady.
And Paula Holkalter.
Thank you, Paula, very much. And lastly,
my little brother Dan Cimbello.
Little Dan, too. He is also into the weights, I can see. How many instruments do you play?
Let's see, about 4 actually. I'm learning every day. I try to learn something else, but piano, bass, drums, and guitar. Guitar is my main instrument.
I hinted at who you worked with. I didn't intentionally want to name drop, but what baffles me is why a guy with your talents who does as much as he does now turns his life over to Phil Ramone to produce an album. I mean, you're as good as he is. I mean, he's the best. You're the best. Why would you have somebody else on the job?
It's that.
This one barrel contains over 4 billion doses.
Teams are being scrambled.
Forward!
Mission.
This measures the individual portions.
What's the dosage? 0.01 milliliters.
Ready to charge!
Very potent substance.
We've improved our distillation process over the years. This one barrel contains over 4 billion doses. Splendid.
a lot of fun.
In February of 1943, Erwin Schrödinger, a quantum physicist and Nobel laureate who shared his prize with Paul Dirac and Werner Heisenberg, delivered a series of lectures at Trinity College Dublin. These lectures later formed the basis for his book titled What is Life? This publication had a profound impact on a generation of molecular biologists, including Francis Crick, one of the pioneers in the discovery of DNA. What's lesser known is that throughout his lifetime, Schrödinger maintained a strong interest in both Eastern and Western philosophy. Starting from the 1950s, when Schrödinger transitioned away from active engagement with contemporary physics, he increasingly delved into broader philosophical and ethical considerations related to scientific pursuits. During this period, his talks often concluded with a humorous reference to what he dubbed the second Schrödinger equation. Atman equals Brahman, a concept reflecting the Indian notion of identity. Schrödinger's concepts concerning the fundamental underpinnings of life have catalyzed innovative advancements in molecular biology. His musings on the themes of the mind and reality might serve as a catalyst for pioneering endeavors in comprehending the essence of consciousness and its interrelation with the realm of physics. In 1925, just a few months before Schrödinger formulated the foundational equation of quantum mechanics, he sketched out initial concepts that he would subsequently expand upon in his work, Mind and Matter. Even at this early juncture, his exploration of technical aspects was driven by what he perceived as more profound, metaphysical, and even religious inquiries. From the outset, Schrödinger firmly held the belief that metaphysics isn't a consequence of physics. Instead, it naturally precedes it. Metaphysics isn't confined to deduction, but is inherently speculative in nature. One speculative presumption, unverifiable by empirical means, involves the existence of an external world independent of the mind. Another assumption pertains to the existence of distinct minds. Schrödinger asserted that empirical evidence for both these claims is unattainable, given the impossibility of stepping outside our personal experiences to validate them. Yet both assumptions give rise to formidable dilemmas. The former introduces the challenge of conceptualizing the relationship between these two realities, mind and matter. Why does our most advanced science seem to indicate that we inhabit a purely physical realm devoid of subjective qualities? The latter assumption poses the issue of understanding the interplay between different minds, mind and mind. What underlies our individual distinctions? Schrödinger proposed an elegant approach to resolve these predicaments by adopting an alternative metaphysical premise. Although he didn't align with conventional Western viewpoints like reductive materialism or subjective idealism, he drew inspiration from non-Western philosophies, particularly those of Indian origin. The second Schrödinger equation harkens back to an enduring principle within Indian philosophy, where the concept of the self, Atman, aligns with the ultimate reality of the universe, Brahman. This fundamental idea is integral to the teachings of Advaita Vedanta. Schrödinger made a swift clarification that this self should not be confused with the individual self. Rather, it alludes to a universal and cosmic entity of which individual selves are mere facets. Schrödinger often used a metaphor to exemplify this notion, a crystal that generates an array of colors, symbolizing individual selves, through the refraction of light, representing the cosmic self equivalent to the universe's essence. We all constitute facets of a singular collective consciousness, which serves as the core of reality. He also denoted this as the doctrine of identity. Thus, a non-dualistic form of consciousness, distinct from any individual component, provides the foundation for discrediting the seemingly separate existence of selves within a shared world. Schrödinger extracted profound implications from this perspective. For instance, he maintained that any individual is essentially indistinguishable from any predecessor. In his early essay, Seek for the Road, he contemplates gazing at the mountains before him. Millennia ago, others also relished this same vista. However, he questions why one should assume personal distinctness from these past individuals. Is there any scientific basis that sets apart your experience from that of another person? What establishes your unique identity, rather than blending you with someone else? Analogous to John Wheeler's notion that there exists only a single electron in the universe, Schrödinger posited that there truly exists just one mind. He supported this by pointing out the empirical fact that consciousness is never experienced in the plural, only in the singular. Not only has none of us ever experienced more than one consciousness, but there is also no trace of circumstantial evidence of this ever happening anywhere in the world. In contemporary scientific exploration of consciousness, many scholars attempt to sidestep the question of how and why conscious experience arises from matter. They do so by probing why a perplexing problem seems to manifest, though in reality it doesn't. Consciousness is a fabricated narrative that certain physical systems, equipped with brains, tell themselves. While Schrödinger didn't embrace an illusory perspective regarding the genuine nature of consciousness, he similarly queries why the semblance of multiple minds exists, when in fact, there is only one mind. The Atman equals Brahman. The notion of numerous distinct minds is an illusory tale that perplexed individuals construct. Contrary to this, recognizing that we are intrinsically linked with other beings, and ultimately with entities conventionally termed non-living matter, dispels the mistaken belief that we are fundamentally isolated. Unlike the hard problem scenario, there exists no empirical substantiation supporting our initial notion as genuine. Schrödinger's approach to metaphysical and philosophical concepts was marked by a notable commitment to maintaining rationality and adhering to scientific methodology. He exercised caution in embracing the doctrine of identity without scrutiny. Instead, he advocated for integrating this doctrine into our most advanced scientific understanding, rather than discarding it altogether. In essence, he advocated for a novel metaphysical framework while upholding the scientific method. Schrödinger emphasized that any infusion of Eastern thought into scientific theories should be done judiciously, avoiding any compromise in the logical precision that characterizes contemporary scientific thought, which stands unparalleled throughout history. Schrödinger's most cherished aspiration was a scientific exploration of consciousness characterized by mathematical rigor. He would have greatly valued an approach that adheres to the doctrine of identity. This approach would require any theory of consciousness to fundamentally recognize that individual conscious entities are constituent elements of a higher, unifying entity, as opposed to being isolated individuals. Additionally, the entire assembly of these conscious beings constitutes the fundamental essence of reality, transcending the status of merely being one among various entities, like electrons, rocks, or brains. Schrödinger envisioned a comprehensive theory that embraces a monist perspective, acknowledging the genuine existence of consciousness. In light of the current landscape in the field of consciousness study, the theory of conscious agents appears to align well with these criteria. This theory aims for a precise and well-defined articulation of the functions of consciousness, proposing that any amalgamation of two or more conscious agents creates another agent. Furthermore, it appears to harmonize with the notion that the entirety of these agents collectively forms the fabric of reality. However, this alignment necessitates the theory to construct a model elucidating how the physical world can originate from and be inherently interconnected with this assembly of conscious agents. How could this concept hold true? Schrödinger's stance rested on arguments previously introduced in philosophy, such as Kant's, but the crux of his position can be distilled to this essence. The physical world, as we term it, emerges through a process Schrödinger termed objectivation. This process involves the transformation of the unified self-world, Atman equals Brahman, into a form that can be objectively conceptualized and studied. Consequently, this form becomes utterly devoid of subjective attributes. Within the theory of conscious agents, this process corresponds to the creation of interfaces. These interfaces streamline complexities to facilitate efficient actions by concealing intricate details. Effective interfaces veil
When I sit down, and I particularly like to do that stuff, I will be ready. I will be fucking ready.
But you had the keywords in there. Need to.
Yes, because the problem is sometimes that the...
I don't need to.
No, you don't need to. It's just that sometimes you just sit around, do other stuff. If you don't plan your day, how many people do, and they are so great with that, and I'm not either. If you don't just decide that this is it, this is what I need to do now, then...
For me, it's mostly after work, it's like, okay, what kind of projects do we have today? So I have a few different ones, and then I just pick the one that I feel like doing today.
Okay.
So, yeah, having a deadline just means I need to focus on this one thing. And that to me gets boring right fucking fast.
Yeah, we are so complicated when it comes to these things, and sometimes different and sometimes similar. And Edward has a birthday tomorrow, so tomorrow. Yes, not today. That's why birthday tomorrow. So not today. Yes.
Tomorrow, not
yeah, it's a real birthday, but not today, tomorrow. And he said that he is a little unsure how to celebrate. How about some Flimbo's Quest by MRT? I think that's a great way to celebrate it, especially this.
Great celebration.
Yes, it's awesome, and I hope that you will have exactly this type of mood as this song. that a cute song?
Very, very cute.
Yes, it is a very, very cute song.
And happy.
Yes, so we hope that your birthday will be exactly this happy or even happier than this song was, Edward.
Yes, and today, by the way, is Andreas Wallström's birthday. So happy birthday, buddy!
Happy birthday, Andreas! How is that I didn't see that?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, because I can see that. No, it's the thing with Facebook right now is that I wasn't really there today because I also have a thing that is not really well known internationally, but some countries have it. It's a meme day, and then of course that means that mostly Hungarian friends and family and everyone is just posting there. And since I didn't have time to react to, to those things, I wasn't really checking Facebook that much today yet because I know I need to sit down and go through all of these things. Yes.
Oh, by the way, The Blowed is listening to a talk by Daniel, the one who wrote Curve.
Yeah.
And I still owe him a copy
Cinematic
of that.
64.
So I told him to forward that message to him. That I haven't forgotten. Because he sent me his Curve book. He had only one left. So I said, yes, please.
Yeah, that's excellent. But then why you don't ask him for his address? So
it's not the address. I don't have extra copies of it. I need to make copies. So I'm in the process of looking for a good place to print extra copies. I was thinking maybe doing 100 or whatever and having giveaways and that sort of thing.
Okay. Oh, la la. Thank you, Percy. Thanks so much. Yes, it's this is the weird thing. It's like a problem of my life that when I attended school, it was always like my birthday is a fun occasion because it's the 12th of June and usually the summer holiday starts, so it's awesome. And my name day is closing the summer, literally the last day of summer, which is a complete bummer because the next day we started school. Like it was always the 1st of September, which is not really the case in Sweden or in other places, but that's how it was back in the days for me. So yeah, yay, back to school. Yeah. And well, after that it didn't matter anymore because work doesn't stop for summer holidays, right? Unless you are a teacher, but then it doesn't either because you need to start to work much earlier than the kids are coming in. So yes. Swings, what's my actual name? Yeah, well, if you're not on social media, I understand well that you don't know that. Erika, that's my real name. So it's not the name day of Zio, no, that's not the case. Although I think the name Ziona exists in some countries actually, and that's absolutely not what I considered when I chose the name, because the name comes from
Matrix fan.
Yes, the city of Zion, and I thought that let's do a female name out of that. That sounds great. That was the thing. So yeah, I don't know if there's any name. That would be lovely. But yeah, name days are not really taken as seriously everywhere as they are in Hungary, for instance.
Yeah, like here, nobody
cares.
I don't even know when my name day is.
Yeah,
I literally have no idea.
I know.
I barely know when my birthday is, but that's a different story.
Yeah, and I think Gohanks can support me on this one. That Poles also have it, but it's like it's also not a big celebration there either. And it's basically it's just a thing. But in Hungary we do sometimes even cakes without candles, of course, and do some little celebration. Not as big as a birthday, but and then of course people keep writing to each other messages, oh, happy name day, all of that. And I'm very, very bad with that, actually. So if I need to initiate this type of conversation, like, I always try to pay attention to my friends' birthdays, but with name days, completely, off. Like, a close friend of mine had it 2 days ago, and now I remember, oh, yeah, sure, we had it first. Yeah, we are like 2 days in between, and now I remembered because of that. But I just, I'm so bad with this. And some people are just so good, I don't know how they do that. Especially girls, like they just keep it in mind. They make notes in the calendar. It's just, I'm just incredibly bad with this. Incredibly bad. So, let's see what we have on the request list meanwhile. Oh, we have an Amiga remix from Berka. And this would be Mackey and James Bond 2 Robocod title Fishy Agent. Fishy.
Is it
like
smelly?
Your food from yesterday. Yes, I guess it is. Smelly agent. That doesn't sound that great though.
Not really. No.
Mm-hmm.
Staff and whatnot is on another Slack as well. So the 8-Bit Symphony and the RKO and Remix 64 people are on Slack. It works fine, but what I needed for Slay Radio wasn't Slack. So, well,
now it became Discord, and it will probably remain for a while.
For a bit, but we'll see when there are open options, as in you can host it yourself. We'll probably switch to that at some point down the line.
Yeah, but still, let's not make it more difficult for most of the people.
Yeah, problem is Discord is fully owned and controlled by a corporate entity. We have zero say in how things work there.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, sure, it works fine now, but at some point they might decide that, yeah, you need to pay to see more than 10 lines of history or whatever. Slack already does that, but it's like 10,000 lines or whatever, and then they just wipe everything, and you have to start over with all the discussions and whatnot.
Okay,
yeah,
that's weird.
So, not very optimal, and I can totally imagine Discord going like, yeah, you guys are posting too many memes and pictures and shit on here. We can't really keep all of this, so you'll have to pay like a shit bunch, you know.
Yeah, well, okay, that makes a lot of sense from that perspective, so
yeah, so yeah, so if there's like a self-hosted version of Discord, that if someone writes one that works properly, then sure, why not, with all the APIs and all of that shit, that you can kind of interact with other services and that sort of thing. That would be nice. And Matrix was kind of sort of one of those, but bad timing with a massive security breach. What was that, 2-3 years ago or whatever?
Yeah, well, we will see what times are bringing. Last week we were talking about this potentially joining Instagram as well, but then again, there is a debate here because, well, I hear a lot of people, mostly 1-2 generations younger than me, saying that Instagram is definitely where they are right now, and they are not curious about the negativity that they see on Facebook, because of course people can go bonkers there, they can do long posts, long comments, and that brings all the hatred in. And Instagram is a much more positive place.
Yeah, it's so friendly. You can not post a swastika or anything. It's so friendly.
It's all about the pictures.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's a picture of a swastika. It's so friendly.
Anyway, it's certainly a debate, and then of course we concluded so far that they can't really replace each other because they are both for different purposes. But I checked into Instagram. I don't really use it, so last week I was just browsing through, and surprisingly, a lot of C64 related content there, like a lot of bands and a lot of geeks are even there posting content about that. So I was super surprised about that because I did not see that coming, obviously. Yeah. And there are some people there apparently as well. So I was just suggesting Slagon, just like I used to suggest the Facebook and the Discord and the social media in general, which he was very much against right at the start, but eventually we got there.
Yeah, and what good is it doing us now?
Well, people sometimes just need a reminder that they can join in the evening, or
sure,
those things, you know?
Yeah, but there's kind of a return on investment, so to speak, on getting onto more platforms. Is you need to take care of those platforms and spend time on them. So all of a sudden you will kind of spend more time taking care of those than doing what you want to do instead.
No, of course that's not good, but once you post, like Facebook has now this built-in function of posting it on Instagram as well.
Yeah, of course, because they fucking own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not the effort twice; it's one effort, and the button
Isn't it the opposite way around? So if you post on Instagram, it can post on Facebook.
I don't know about that, but Facebook can post it to Instagram.
Huh?
Facebook can post it to Instagram. There is a thing there.
I've never seen it.
It is there.
Yeah, I've never seen it because I don't have an Instagram account. So I guess you need to. Lala, very, very good point. Social media equals modern day Tamagotchi. Yeah. Very fucking true.
True.
It's like, I
can't argue with that. Yeah, no, absolutely not. It's and I was so happy for an entire week without it. Like, I would probably repeat it even. I just warned everyone before I did that, so they don't get a heart attack that I disappeared and I'm completely unavailable, and then, they absolutely didn't get used to this since I have an account, I guess, and I'm not even, but nowadays I'm not really that much of a junkie. I was way worse around 2010. That was horrible when I got my first smartphone. Oh my god, that was bad.
When you moved here, you were literally on the phone, like it was silence for 2 seconds, phone.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yes.
I don't think it was.
It was. We had even a lot of discussions about it.
We did?
Yes, we did.
But I got better, right?
Yes.
I realized, Gobby, am I so bad? That's the perfect question, but I don't know if she's around.
Also, better is very relative.
Exactly. She will be the proper person to judge here. Yes.
But you were literally on the phone like every second of the day.
Not every second of the day.
Yes, literally every second of the day when I didn't kind of grab your attention.
spawn. Bathroom with my push-up bra, my long painted black hair, and I just been standing up with the urinal ball on. All my friends. Thanks to everybody listening.
Doctor! The bomb is nearing the checkpoint!
I'm not sure about all that.
Not so bad.
Connect the dots.
Everyone, we must stop that bomb!
Go that way. Go right in behind.
Experience of color, sound, smell. It's a simple way to express huge amount of information.
They got a level 2 to the right of the chart.
Everyone, we must stop that bomb!
Behind the cart.
So yeah, I was about to play something while we restarted things, but never got around to it because we are here now. Hi,
Well,
hello.
Now that we are here, we can say that it's the 21st of September. Last time we were on air, it's been August. Would you believe that?
Yeah, it was August last time, 31st was it?
Yes, it was the very last day of August and summer, and now all of a sudden it's almost at the end of September. It's unbelievable what it can make when you need to skip 2 weeks of show. Well, that brings you forward in time, for sure at least. And we are back from the function party, obviously, which happened like 2 weeks ago. Around 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
yes.
This Friday will be 2 weeks.
Yes, exactly. I brought home some souvenir from there. I got COVID. So, just so to make everything perfect, after that week, of course, it needed some 4 or 5 days of incubation time. And after that, it definitely showed itself again, like as red as my t-shirt was, like very red, like more red than the control window. Great. At least it's great that I checked it out, so that I definitely started to isolate at the most infecting period of time. And before that, guess what happened? I didn't infect anyone, which I also didn't understand, but
yeah,
I
still haven't.
And still haven't, and still trying to keep some sort of distance from him.
Yeah, talk that way.
Save him. Yeah, I'm not talking at you. I can promise you that. Unbelievable that after 5 minutes, Tractor booted up, and now we have a bad tune. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on with that one. I replaced the drives in it, so it's SSD only in it. Yet takes forever to start up.
Yes, and Luna just requested DJ Skits and Omega Man Swine Flu edit. Very, very stylish.
Appropriate.
Yes, definitely.
But I think we will start with this thing that I mentioned earlier.
Yes, we can definitely. Well, we will start with that thing that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Oh,
why not?
Yeah, we can do that. You just did not inform me that it will be at the start of the show.
did.
You did?
Didn't you hear me? I just said that.
You just said that.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so we can talk after that probably what happened during the previous 3 weeks and all of that. But now you introduce the first thing that we are going to play.
Yes, it is a thingy that was made for the 16th of September when their Danko turned 50 years old. Well, it wasn't made then, it was released then. So there was a bunch of people that got together, mostly Fairlight and Sensor guys, and did a happy birthday demo for Danko. And it's the kind of main idea with the music there was that obviously SIDs, but they would be remixes of Danko's own SIDs from, his back catalogue, as it were. So we have Figlehuz, Jammer, JLD, Elman, Qdor, and Siny6581 who did SIDs for that. So let's have a quick listen and look, shall we? Danko 50.
So well done. Happy birthday again, Danko. It's just an awesome cooperation between so many people.
Indeed. And it was fairly quickly put together, but not as quickly as the PAL 50-year demo that we did during the weekend when I was at the Sensor meetup. This had a little bit more planning to it.
And a minute ago, Ziduder says this is too quiet.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not saying Slegon is doing anything wrong, of course, just that it needed to be turned up.
Yeah, the recording is a little bit quiet, unfortunately, and not a lot I could do about it, like on short notice. I wasn't planning on playing it just yet. It was something I was going to play later on.
So you just happened to decide to play it at the start of the show?
Because we were having audio troubles, so I kind of thought, yeah, well, let's start with that then.
Well, okay. Is it still playing? Yes, it's playing.
It is still playing in the background, yes.
Yes. So, yes, awesome tribute to Danko, and once again, happy birthday and all the best to you and all your family as well. And now, no. So, how were these previous 3 weeks for you?
Kind of just, I don't know, nothing much happened. Tried to fiddle with the 64 connections and whatnot. I got my cabling I wanted, like the splitter cable for the 64 to BNC, so I could try out the Extron devices. Still can't get a proper output from it. So now I am keeping this open because apparently DHL will deliver my RetroTink today, they said. But yeah.
Isn't that a bit too late to deliver?
I don't know. They still haven't changed the page. They say by end of day, so I don't know what that means. No, me either.
Not like this. Not at this hour.
Yeah, it was 3 in the morning. The package was apparently still in Germany. So yeah, I looked up how long it takes to drive, and it was like 13 hours.
Yeah.
I thought, oh yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe so, possibly, but who knows? And then sometimes, well, it's UPS mostly, but maybe sometimes DHL as well, but mostly UPS, that they claim that they tried to deliver and they were absolutely nowhere.
Yep.
Throughout the whole day, so we didn't see any sort of UPS car. No, they did not try to deliver. I don't know why you are trying to tell me this in an SMS. You just better tell us that it's at the pickup point and pick it up, and that's it. Even if it was home delivery, doesn't bother anyone, right? But don't tell me you tried.
Bothers me.
Well, yeah, it bothers me that they tell that they tried to deliver while they absolutely didn't.
No, it bothers me if it's stated to be a home delivery.
Okay, well, yeah.
And then they state, yeah, we tried to deliver, and they never do.
It bothers me when the package is so big that it's a hassle to bring it home. Then it definitely bothers me. But
yeah.
Other cases, I can just walk there. I'm fine with that. And some walk wouldn't ruin you either sometimes.
Yeah, because I'm so out of shape.
No, it's just walk is great. And you don't like to walk, but walk is great. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm telling you.
Yeah, so I need to order more packages not with home delivery.
No kidding. That was my tactics for a while, to go out, especially during COVID.
Oh, so you could go out with COVID, so you could spread it to everyone else?
No, I when I didn't have COVID, then I was just isolating, and the way how I was shopping is to order shit.
Yeah, but I meant ordering shit not with home delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just go there in your mask and you pick it up when you don't have anything. Now I have COVID, so I need to wait until because I'm kind enough to actually pay attention to other people's health, unlike sometimes some other people.
You should have put up like a plexiglass thing in the middle here.
I'm so no. I'm just. I got like so upset thinking about this. I even had a conversation recently.
Wow.
Like a conversation about this, obviously, not just one conversation. I definitely had a few. But it's just because they say that, yeah, it got weaker now, and sure, no one dies anymore. Sure, absolutely. It's just that you might actually ruin like 10 other people's next 2 weeks because of this shit. And most of them are not even testing. They don't give a fuck. They don't try to protect anyone really. And yeah, I kind of got upset, especially that I had meetings with people, some of them from the risk group. And I don't care that, sure, it's not as dangerous as it was anymore, but if you know about yourself that you have a problem, then please stay at home. Because it's like, because of this, I need to do another trip because I needed to cancel all my appointments that I had after I discovered it.
Then I should always stay at home because I have lots of problems.
60 seconds.
I love you too. But you know what I mean.
You walked straight into that one, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I really did. But yeah, it definitely made me upset. Like, come on. If you were aware of that, if you checked it out, if you really know that this is the case, well, in any other flu's case as well, it's very unpleasant to blow your nose for 12 days. And yeah, I'm already fed up with that. And now it's like almost gone. But still, it's gonna last for a little more while, I'm guessing, because that's how it was previously as well. And it took like a good 18 days to get out of it. Like when I was really like tested, like, yeah, sure, now you are good to go. And yeah, no, it's just not pleasant in any way. Even if it's like, sure, it's not the end of the world anymore. Please, just be thoughtful and pay attention to each other. And if you know that anything is wrong, please just stay at home instead of making like the next 2 weeks of other people fucked up, basically. That's my opinion on this one. Anyway, yeah, that's all about it. And yeah, I don't intend to like waste many more words on this, but each one of the experiences are different. Now I eat like an elephant, and I eat like so much meat that for some odd reason I just didn't before I got sick. So I don't know what that is like whatever. And warm soup every day. That's also very weird because I'm not into soup. Neither into tea, but I do this every day right now because it feels great. So I don't know, almost like getting pregnant. You have different tastes now, right? It's so weird.
Well, you're pregnant with a virus.
Ah, great. Okay, not gonna give birth to that one. So great.
Anyway,
we have some requests to play here.
That's good.
And I0 was the first tonight.
If you want to throw in your own requests, you can do that by going to slay.radio/request. As usual.
In case you didn't know, but most of you know. Yeah, indeed. And I0 requested a nice starter track, which would be Pop and Jump and Run.
Meow. 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 Yes, a jump will end the...
A little bit, yeah, because same amount of people on a bit of a different size of area, though. A little bit bigger, just a tad bit bigger. But yes. Yes. No, but there is something magical with the Scandinavian creation spirit around here when people just close their doors, it's dark, it's winter, and they just start to create awesome things. And also during the summer, during the summer I assume that more people go out though, but it's...
Haven't you seen as soon as the first good spring day comes around in Sweden, everyone is out there like, give me sun!
Yes, it's so cute. I still can't help myself to say it's so cute. Sorry, it's just so cute. So yes, there is something magical happening around here. Just like we talked about this, probably the Nordic Beat series. There is a series with 6 episodes. 6.
Yeah,
yes.
I think it was 6.
SVT, the Swedish television, created that, and for now it's in Swedish, but I'm pretty sure that there are some English subtitles out there already, and it's about the electronic music producing around the area of Scandinavia, and it just never ceases to amaze me how many great things are happening around here.
It's not just electronic music.
No, it's also metal.
That particular series was focusing on the electronic music,
but it's also pop music and metal.
It's music in general.
Yes, yes, thank you. Awesome. So yes,
they also did a series called Hard Rock på Export, as in hard rock export, kind of.
Didn't we watch that one?
We haven't watched it yet.
No. Oh.
We have it, but haven't watched it.
Okay. So
I had to archive it because we never know when we get to actually watching it, and it might disappear from the streaming services. So I have a local archive of it.
Okay. Yeah, you never know. Indeed, that's a very good idea. Shall we carry on with a song?
We shall.
While, yeah. So, Bitin, and her first request for tonight is Markus Schneider and Mahoney and Sweet featuring Elsa and Karin. Oh my God! Sometimes I used to cry on this song.
You know, lately I've been having all these strange kind of dreams. I can wake up in the middle of the night and start searching for a three-headed monkey. What does that mean? And those rocks, they just kept falling and falling, and all I wanted was diamonds. I wanted to get out of there fast. What does it mean?
I saw dots, yellow dots everywhere. I was being chased through tunnels, endless tunnels. They were after me, hunting. What does it mean? And that spaceship, I could see the invaders coming from the sky, and all I could do was keep moving left and right and left, and hide from their bombs underneath the shelters. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? I want to know what it means. You hear that?
You know, this happens 10 to 20 times a day, with flashbacks and sweat.
I'm not sleeping. I'm afraid to close my eyes. It's coming back anytime. Memories I don't want. Memories are eating me from the inside.
I cry. My body's shaking. You probably don't notice, do you? I've been hiding this from day one. You won't see it. You really think I'm normal, don't you? You think I'm normal, don't you?
Normal? Yes, I'd like to be normal. Whatever it'll cost, please make me normal.
That laugh in the end was very necessary.
Oh, definitely.
That was the kind of preview of Halloween that is just around the corner, I guess.
Oh, yes. I don't know. When is that? End of October or something like that?
Yeah, and it's almost October. Imagine that. Like,
almost.
People said it's been ages since there was a show. And yes, this is what happens when we need to skip 2 Thursdays. It almost feels like a month. Well, technically it's 3 weeks, but still. We don't like that either.
But it happens.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Well, okay, rarely. We try not to make that happen at least. But sometimes life just comes into the way. We still need to figure out how to do this remote show properly.
Yeah. I need to get you some sort of portable thing.
I have a portable thing. That's fine.
Yes, but a proper kind of a camera thing.
Well, that's also fine because that's much we can resolve. But
yeah, but we need to get those things.
No, we have those things.
That is easy to pack and unpack.
No, that's still fine because those are easy to pack. The issue here is that you need to take control of everything when that happens.
Yes, but we can sort that too. I'm working on that. Yes, I'm kind of sort of working on that. But not quite there yet.
Not quite there. Okay. And you would suffer if you would need to control everything.
Oh, great. The Blode actually passed along my message to Daniel Stenberg, the author of Curl, because he sent me a book. I promised him a copy of Cinematic 64, but yeah, I still need to make a copy of it or something.
But he told him that you will send him a C64 remix into the post,
yeah,
so it's not an album.
He knows what... Daniel knows what he meant, probably. So, oh, trip report. Right, yeah. We got on the plane. We landed. It was kind of nice weather. We went to a party. I had a music contribution. Ended up 8th in the compo, and then I flew home. Morning after.
That's all he did.
That's a party report right there. The rest you could see on the party's cameras on the place, I guess.
Partially because he needed to go to work, of course, on Monday, and it's easier to do it from here. So
not only easier, there are limitations to where you can work from, and I had not cleared it with them beforehand. So yeah, and with the heightened security in Sweden and all of that shit. There's more restrictions in place with regard to that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
not easy.
I took the day off, Friday.
Not easy. That remote work is not easy.
Did you get merry? Asks Blode. Well, I was merry for a bit, and then I had a few hours of sleep, and then we got back to the party place, and I was merry again.
And then you are very merry right now.
Yes, right now I'm very merry. Can you not see it on my face?
Yeah, right. And then, yeah, I could probably tell more news about the trip, but that wouldn't involve, like...
I think AceDK summed it up nicely. He said, Ziona got COVID, the end.
Well, before that, just to mention that I discovered it on Thursday. Before that, it was only dry throat, and this is the trap here, because after a party you tend to believe that you have dry throat and throat problems because you were shouting a lot since the party was loud. And this is exactly how it started last year as well. I thought, I'm fine, it's just a dry throat and I'm losing my voice because of the party.
Yeah, instead you had lost your mind years ago.
No,
which is a good thing.
That's been many years now, but that's another story for another evening.
It's not a party report thing, though.
No, but the party was great, all in all. So obviously you won't notice this thing immediately, as I said, and of course you talk with a lot of people, and to some that were following the party a little bit on cameras or whatever, they could see us going back and forth, the Riga parties outside, etc. There was grilling outside, usually there is. And the sad fact is that with these settings at least, and we don't know if there will be other settings in the future or not, that was the last function party after the history of party of like more than 20 years, and with these organizers it was 10 years. They were spending 10 years on organizing this party. Every single year. Not only this, every single year they were organizing this whole group of people, and it's an enormous effort on everyone's end, and it's at least 20-25 people working and to ensure that everything will go well and all of that. And of course I was in a kind of a depressive mood even before the party, knowing that it might be the last one and we still don't know if there will be more functions or not.
Well, according to Mowgli, the main organizer for the past decade, he said, well, this is not this is my last function, but it's not the last function. But
hopefully so.
It wasn't only Mowgli who stepped down, it was also Vincenzo, and who else? It was one more at least I know of who stepped down at the same time from the organizing team.
But I'm not entirely sure who is pulling themselves out entirely from it.
But it was a couple of the kind of main, in quotes, organizers or important people in the organizing team at least. So I think it's gonna come back, but under different management, and it's probably gonna look different.
Probably. And we don't know if the party place can stay either, and the party place of that lately at least it's a very iconic place for the Hungarian retro computer days, because people used to gather there in that very district, in that very building, each and every Fridays back in the early 90s, I believe, and also end of 80s. And they were absolutely having a blast there, talking about all game-related stuff and copying and programming and whatever they could do. And it's a sad occasion in many ways. And yes, I might seem always happy. While you see me here, obviously, I'm trying not to be sad. And when I'm very sad, probably it's not a good idea for me to sit here. it happened once or twice that it happened, but it's yeah, there were like compos, and I tried to squeeze something out, like literally, like let's bring something, because I feel so bad when I'm going empty-handed to a party, and I just couldn't. Like, I realized I have like absolutely no inspiration there doing anything, and I was so sad because I had such big plans like weeks before, and I couldn't accomplish anything. And I wasn't really alone with this, so that's the thing. A few people I know of that felt exactly the same way, but let's hope that this is not the end of the world. For us, basically, function was always a certain point in every year's time, around September, first part of September, something like that. I always knew that I'm gonna be at Budapest at that weekend, and I booked my ticket very much early in advance. And lately you also came with me.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. It's a multi-platform party and Slagon is there. Yay.
Yeah, also released, what, 3 tracks at Function by this time?
Oh yeah, it's already 3. That's amazing.
So, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's it was a bit of a happy and sad occasion at the same time, but well, let's hope for good for the future. And
there was a nice thing that I missed last year, but was able to go to this year. Theo has this beer seminar.
Yeah.
So he had a bunch of like local brewed beer from the town where Mowgli, the main organizer, comes from. So that was nice.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, Theo is not only good with Goa, he is also good with beer. And if I would know that there are such beers that you have shown me, which was a completely lemony, fruity one, then I would probably also join. I just didn't know, because beer is not my thing.
That was the only one that was. No,
okay.
there were actually 2 of them.
Right.
But the rest were very much, well, the darker kind of porter and that sort of thing. Things that you don't really like. Very beer-like beers and IPAs and that sort of thing.
Guinness I like though, but yeah, just a comment.
Also the Blowed. I don't know what reference you think I had towards the IT crowd. I never actually saw the IT crowd. Not a single episode. I saw clips, a couple, but I always found them insufferable. So well, I never actually saw it.
It's a stupid series, but that's why you love it. I used to love it.
Yeah, but I just never got around to watching it, and yeah, it just rubbed me the wrong way for some reason.
Okay. Your next task is to prepare that for evenings, and then we can fall asleep to that one.
Oh, so I will still not have seen it.
No, because I'm the one who falls asleep. Usually you are awake, so it's all good. You will see it, and I already saw it several times, I guess, so it's all good.
Well, I might actually fall in. I need to fix the TV so it auto shuts down after whatever time, so I can actually fall asleep.
Don't be so positive about it. Jesus Christ, what expectations you have. You didn't see it, you need to decide it for yourself later on, when you have seen it.
Well, I kind of, if the clips that people pull out from it, those are generally the best in the series anyway, right? They're supposed to be the highlights or whatever. If those don't actually inspire me to watch it, then I don't know.
I don't know, it's not it. I mean, this series is not about just scenes that you take out from it, I think. And yes, there is the reference. I didn't know that they had it for the first time. So
me either.
Wow, now we know. Okay.
I just found it funny. I found it on Amazon or whatever. I don't even know. Maybe it said the IT crowd or whatever as the title, but I don't think it did. I think I would have reacted to it if it did, but I don't think it did. But anyway, I found it funny. Just I have another one that just says meh.
Yeah.
I think you got me that one. The meh.
No, yeah, I think that one. Yeah. No, you were wearing at one of the first times when we have met, which made me smile very much. But yes. So anyway, we have Shargos with us asking for Jason and Emma Page, and Uridium, one for the boss mix.
Those were the most stupid calls I ever got.
We are talking about being in IT and how being in IT compares to IT crowd, and why Slagon was rubbed the wrong way, because he felt from the scenes that he has seen that it was very exaggerated. Well, it is exaggerated, but...
Not just exaggerated, that's fine, but in the wrong way.
How...
Oh, and yes, Mythic Quest. If you haven't seen that one, you really, really should.
And now he started to think that maybe he mixed it up with Mythic Quest because I was so crazy about that series. And yes, I was, because it is an awesome series. So if you haven't seen it, yes, Mythic Quest. Yes, I just think it's like we were unstoppable when we were watching it. Like I just really couldn't stop. So good, so good. And the actors are getting so great at their roles. To the which season are we at right now?
3 or coming
3
up
or
on
4
or something like that. I can't
awesome.
remember.
Like what they do, each one of them is such a character. Like I just love them all. Like awesome. That no, really. If you missed it, make sure. Game development and is just great. So yeah, definitely recommended. So no, I still don't recall this halt and catch fire kind of thing, but
Crying out loud, why can't I see the seasons? IMDb has started to kind of pop up, create an account, blah blah blah. Not always, just sometimes.
create an account, not
To
always,
see,
just sometimes.
Yeah, to see the episode list.
Aha, okay.
But now I can see it. Just took me 3 tries. 4 seasons so far. No, 3 seasons so far, and 4th is coming up.
Sounds like some Cloudflare program that
So
I recently faced.
November 2022, season 3 started. May 2021 for season 2. And February. So no clear pattern there to follow, unfortunately. But apparently season 4 is gonna come at some point. Hopefully soon.
Mythic Quest?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So yes.
So yes. But yes. Also, if you don't know, it is now 64 days left until transmission 64.
Is it now?
Yes, so head over to T64TO to get all the info you need for the compos and deadlines and where to find things and all sorts of things regarding competition and rules. There we go, yeah.
Oh my god.
So there's a lot of info on there, and of course, if you don't know, we will be hosting it, or be some sort of hosts of sorts at least.
Some sort of host.
Yeah, hopefully it'll go well. We're filling fairly big shoes. I never actually looked down while I was talking to Mibri, so I don't know how big his shoes are, but they're pretty big.
Yes, they are.
So it's going to be an interesting challenge and whatnot. So that'll happen November 25th. And before that, we go to Norway, to
yes,
Bergen.
it is only 43 days until Bergen, they said.
And for that, you need to go to backintime.no to find some more information about that. So November 3rd and 4th, and there's going to be someone who we might know who will do a DJ set, and some other random people will be on stage as well. I don't know. Have you heard of Fast Loaders? Anyone?
Or Press Play on Tape,
Yeah.
for that matter.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Press Play on Tape. Yeah.
Or Fluke.
Or Fluke.
Fluke.
Yeah.
Yes, and like short distance flights, I just noticed that sometimes it's just they are bastards, because they know that if you book so much in advance, then you will pay that price anyway, because it might be important for you. And somewhere around 2 months or 1.5 months is the kind of golden, I don't know, middle ground where they might reduce the prices sometimes, but this is just my observation, and mostly about cheap airlines. So you don't really book very much in advance with them. Just a tip. It might not always work though, but I'm a frequent flyer, that's what I noticed, and that's what I can tell you.
There's a reference to another good series called Archer, Just a Tip. Bit of different context, but I think that's actually in the very first episode of the very first season. Just a tip. If you haven't seen it, it's an excellent series. Season 5 or 6, it kind of went off in a little bit of a tangent, but it's back now.
Season a lot, because yes, you are watching Archer so
Yes,
many times.
Archer is great.
Yes, it is actually. I'm just not
Mother
following it.
phrasing. Oh. Lana!
Unbelievable. If I'm itching and scratching myself, it is because I was also eaten by the mosquitoes, by the way. There is some sort of mosquito invasion around mid-Europe kind of thing. So was very happy to return here.
Maybe that is the aliens that everyone is looking for. They're
really,
very tiny.
Really, really vicious stuff. Like yes. Danger Zone.
That's also Archer. Yeah, I have a Danger Zone T-shirt, but from, I guess, Archer. No. Oh, damn it! I can't remember if it was from Archer or not. But it's too small, so I can't wear it. And Gohanks asks, are the new seasons worth picking up? Absolutely, yes.
And see to the Reddit, as if COVID wasn't bad enough, now it attracts mosquitoes. That's exactly what I thought as well. Like, that was never that bad. Like, they never attack me that bad. They usually like my blood, but that was never that bad.
Berlusconi says, got stung by a knot, which is essentially looks like a fly.
Oh my god!
I think,
but it's bigger.
No, it's like a bigger mosquito.
Oh, ew.
I think it was. Yeah, but apparently it looks like he was hit with a bat. Oh yeah, I got stung by a bee when I was out gardening.
Yeah.
Fuck, it hurt.
Yeah, they all want to kill us now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of got really big and red for like, I don't know, half an hour. Now it's gone. Yeah. Yeah. And then when I was out mowing the lawn, it fucking stung me again. The same fucking foot.
Just wanted to say, don't fucking mow my home. You don't need to mow the lawn.
Yes,
Why
I
would
do.
you? Why would you do that?
Because otherwise the grass will just grow wild and it looks like shit.
That's what it would like. That's why
That's what. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's why it bite you. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I get it.
You destroyed its home.
Yeah, I think it's the earth-dwelling version of those, and their stings are even more vicious than regular bees and wasps and whatnot. Like, I don't know what they're called, man, but jordgeting in Swedish. Is there a translator thingy that can... Jordgeting.
Earth something.
Just wasp. Ground-dwelling wasp. So yeah, fucking vicious creatures, but yeah, well.
They all want to kill us, but it just makes me to think of one of my favorite sayings, that if you think you alone can't have a big impact in the world, then try to sleep with a mosquito in your room. One of my favorite sayings ever. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyone can have a big impact if they want to. And I prepared a Light Force remix for Harry P. Nis. Harry Penis. Almost like Nilsson or something, but no, Penis. And any remix of Light Force will do, apparently. So
she sometimes wants to order from Harry's. I always say, I don't want any hairy food today, thank you.
Yes, we have a place called Harry's. Now I said it correctly, but Harry's. That's how I should say, and sometimes I say Harry's. And then, of course, he does this all the time. So
yeah. So how unshaved is this person who requested now?
I'm just not sure, but he's called Harry. So Harry Penis wants to hear any Light Force remix.
So very unshaved.
Looks like it. And how about...
did you send a picture too?
Are you jealous now? So, how about Dr. Future's remix from 2021?